Good morning, class. So in this video, I'll be going over your final project on the American Civil War. I'll explain the steps you need to complete for this project, and then you'll have approximately 2 weeks to work through all the different links and the worksheets that I've put in this Hyperdoc for you. So once you're logged into your Google Classroom, you should see an assignment titled Final Project, American Civil War. So please click on the assignment, and then you should see a file titled American Civil War Hyperdoc. So something that looks like this, American Civil War Hyperdoc. Please download the file or make a copy of it on Google Drive, then rename it with your first and last name. You'll be working on your own version of the Hyperdoc, and it'll be the one that you'll submit to me at the end, okay? Alrighty, so this is how the Hyperdoc looks like. You'll see that I've already broken it down for you into different subtopics. Now, we'll go over each of these sections so that you know exactly what you're supposed to do. The first section is on what's the reason behind the American Civil War. So what led to the Civil War in the first place? Like, what was the war fought over? For this section, there are 3 items that I want you to work on. So for each item, you should be able to see that I've embedded the link onto the words in blue. So if you click on the words in blue, so for example, where it says video, you should be able to see the link, and then if you click on it, it'll take you to your browser where the video will show. So it's just a short video on American slavery by the Center for Learning for Justice. So please watch this video. And then the second item you see on this list here is a short story. So if you click on the words short story, it should take you to another Google Doc. So please read this. And then if you scroll to the bottom, there should be a list of comprehension questions at the end. So please answer directly beneath each question by typing into the doc. And then Google Docs should automatically save your responses, and I should be able to see what you wrote once you've submitted it. Alrighty, so you'll see here that I've also included a Padlet for this section. So if you click on the word Padlet, it should take you to this Padlet discussion board, and you'll see here that I've put in the questions. So what was the main reason people fought in the American Civil War? I've also posted an example response. So what you want to do is, if you look at the bottom right of the screen, there should be this blue button, and if you click on it, you should be able to type in your own response. So if you want to just type in your response and then post it, everyone else should be able to see your post. And what I'm looking for is your response should be at least 2 sentences long, and that it should contribute to the discussion in a meaningful way. So that's how you do that. Alrighty, now if we go back to the doc, the next section is on life before the Civil War. So you'll get a bit of a background of how life was before the Civil War, where there's still slavery going on. You'll be mainly looking at this short novel called Uncle Tom's Cabin. It'll give you a glimpse of how slavery looked like in America before it was abolished. So here are the items that you need to do. And then where you see where it says extra credit, it means that it's optional, right? So if you're interested, you can listen to the book here, but I won't be grading you on it. Alrighty. The next section is important people in the Civil War. For this section, please click on each of these portraits, right? Each of these portraits here of these individuals. So I've embedded the links into the images, so when you click on them, so for example, if you click on Abraham Lincoln, a link should pop up, and if you click on it, it should bring you to the website with all the information about that person. And then you can read through, kind of like skim over what it's about. And then that's kind of the gist of that. Alrighty, now is the next section is on important events in the Civil War. So I just want to draw your attention to where it says check out these Civil War timelines. So once you've looked at the map and then watched the crash course video, you'll be reading through these timelines that I've put in. So if you see here, the numbers are in blue. So if you click on number 1, it should take you to this website with the timeline. And you can read through, and then same thing with the second one. So the second timeline, if you click on number 2, right here, number 2, it should take you to another timeline. The reason why I have 2 timelines, it's because each one will focus on a different set of events, and so it's nice to just, have different perspectives on what were the main or what were considered the important events of the Civil War. So once you've read through those timelines, now you would create your own timeline by using this template. So if you click on the word in blue here that says template, it should take you to this PDF. And what I want you to do is, if you scroll down, now here you have a couple of options. If you have a printer at home, you could print out the last page here, so page 8. And then you should be able to start, just writing in, using a pen or a pencil, what were some of the most important events in the Civil War. You don't have to put down every single event from those websites. I'm only asking that you choose the events that you think were the most important. And I'm looking for at least 12, so 1 for each month. And make sure to include the dates when you write them down. And you are also welcome to print more copies and then add more events to it. You can have a couple of pages for your timeline, it's fine. And then if you don't have a printer at home, just let me know, I can print it for you in class. The second option that you can do this is to actually just edit directly on this template using Adobe PDF Filler on your computer. Talk to me if you want to do that, but you don't know how. I should be able to help you out. If you scroll up to page 2 of this PDF, there's an example that's already done for you. And feel free to color it, to draw, and make it look pretty. It's up to you. Okay, hope that's clear. Now back to the Hyperdoc. The last thing, before the last thing, You'll see here that I put a bunch of extra credit stuff. Obviously, as I've mentioned before, they're not graded, they're optional. They're super interesting. If you're interested, feel free to look through them, but I won't be expecting that you have to do all these things. And then the last thing I want you to do is, once you've completed your timeline and you've finished everything, please take this quiz at the end underneath Check for Understanding. So this quiz, if you click on it, it should take you to Google Forms. Make sure that you answer these questions correctly, because this quiz will be graded. There's no time limit, and you're free to use any resources you want to answer these questions. But that is the last thing. So if you have any questions, or if you're still unclear about something, reach out to me. Otherwise, that's it for this video. Thank you, class. Alrighty.